Imagine if your body held the key to immortality, but you never knew it. Imagine if scientists used your very cells to create life-saving treatments, yet you were never asked, never informed, never compensated. This isn't science fiction, it's real. And it all started with one woman, Henrietta Lacks, the woman with immortal cells. In 1951, Henrietta Lacks, a poor African-American woman, walked into Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore. She was suffering from severe abdominal pain, later diagnosed as cervical cancer. Like many patients of that era, she trusted the doctors completely. But what happened next, she never could have imagined. Without her knowledge or consent, doctors took a small sample of her tumor and sent it to Dr. George Guy, a scientist obsessed with growing human cells outside the body. Up until then, every human cell sample had died within days. But Henrietta's cells, they didn't just survive. They multiplied rapidly, forever. These cells, known as HeLa cells, were unlike anything science had ever seen. They doubled in number every 24 hours. Scientists quickly realized they had something extraordinary, an endless self-replicating source of human cells. With HeLa, they could conduct experiments, test new drugs, and even study the effects of radiation, without needing human test subjects. The impact was unimaginable. HeLa cells helped develop the polio vaccine, led to breakthroughs in cancer research, and were even sent into space to study the effects of zero gravity on human tissue. Henrietta's cells had become the foundation of modern medicine, but she never knew. Henrietta Lacks passed away in October 1951, never learning about her immortality. But the real horror? For decades, her family had no idea either. It wasn't until the 1970s that they discovered their mother's cells were still alive, sold, studied, and used in millions of experiments worldwide, all without their consent. Meanwhile, pharmaceutical companies made billions from HeLa cells. Her family, they couldn't even afford health care. Henrietta Lacks changed the world. Her cells are still used in laboratories today. But was it a miracle of science or medical exploitation? Should her family have been compensated? Should her story be a warning for the future? Tell me, do you think scientific progress should come at the cost of ethics?